minsan, gusto talaga natin magpa-impress, but we just don't have the time. Etong dessert na to, ultimately bongga and social. Nanggaling pa po sa France ang recipe, o, di ba? Pero super daling gawin and makikita nyo ngayon kung gaano katotoo ang pinagsasasabi ko. So this is chocolate lava cake, or you can also call it, ito mas social, tinatawag na ako ng oven, chocolate fondant cake, or also self-saucing chocolate cake. Ito yung chocolate cake na hindi mo kailangan lagyan ng icing because pag in-slice mo siya, manggagaling sa gitna. Galing sa loob. Tagos ang icing. So let's start. First, I have here in my cacerola butter. I'm going to melt it with dark chocolate. I'm using, of course, dark Belgian chocolate, my trusted Belcolad dark Belgian chocolate. So, tunawin mo lang sa kaserola, magkasama yung butter and dark chocolate. I am using salted butter, by the way. And while this is melting, I'm going to show you, I have here 9 pieces of ramekins. Ramekins po yung tawag dito. These are oven-proof. No? Pwede mong isa lang sa oven. 2.5 inches ang kanyang diameter. Wala po ako niyan. Eh, just use an ordinary pan. No problem. Mas maganda lang gamitin to kasi mas nag-a-absorb siya ng init. Ang whole purpose kasi ng paggawa nitong cake na to is you want to bake it in a very, very ultimately hot oven. Kung wala kang oven, you can use a turbo broiler. Pwede ka din gumamit ng air fryer. Pwede ka din gumamit ng oven toaster lang. No problem. Just set it in a very high, pinakamainit na temperature because you want the outside of the cake, the top and the bottom, to cook kaagad-agad while leaving the inside runny. Kaya pagka hiniwa mo, umaagos ang pagmamahal at chocolate galing sa gitna ng cake. So you just melt it. It's very, very easy. 9 pieces. And then into my bowl, I put 3 pieces of egg yolks. 3 egg yolks. 3 whole eggs. This is powdered sugar. 1 cup of powdered sugar. You're using powdered sugar because the mixture, since i-undercook mo nga or i-underbake mo yung nasa gitna, gusto mo na talagang lusaw na agad yung sugar. So, you see, the chocolate may konti pang buo-buo, but what I'm going to do is, I'm going to turn off the flame now because ayaw mong sunugin yung chocolate. By the way, you can also melt this in the microwave. You mix the eggs and the sugar. Just beat it. Hindi mo kailangan ng mixer. Hindi mo kailangan ng oven. Pwede na ang oven toaster or turbo broiler. Diba? Napakadali. And then, ibuhos mo lang yung hot chocolate and butter mixture. And then you just mix it with a wire whisk. Pag smooth na yan, you get your flour. This is all-purpose flour. Pinakahuli mong ilagay. And then you just mix it again with a wire whisk. Ganun lang. Makatanong nyo, yun na yun, yes. Diba? Mas matagal pa yung ibiyabiyahe mo sa pagbili mo ng ice cream. Kasi masarap din to, may ice cream sa ibabaw. Or fresh berries. Okay, now, pag wala ka lang nakikitang traces of flour, pwede mo na yan i-divide papunta dito sa iyong baking pans. Now, if you plan to take it out from the pan, yung isa-serve mo na wala dito sa pan, make sure to spray your pans with non-stick baking spray. Or pwede mong pahiran ng butter para mabilis mo siyang matanggal. And then you just simply divide it like that. Lalagyan ko muna ng 1 scoop each per pan. Nako. Ayan. Medyo messy kasi na-excite na ako. And then, as I scoop this, narinig nyo kanina, I have preheated the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, yung pinakamainit na setting ng oven ko, or around 230 degrees. Ayan, i-divide mo lang lahat evenly. Hindi naman kailangan pantay na pantay. Basta malagyan mo lahat, almost pantay. There it is. Now, isasalang natin to sa oven. So the baking time is around 10 minutes at a very, very hot oven. Ayan, salang natin for 10 minutes and balikan natin yan. Alright, so after 8 minutes, let's check. No? So, this is done. Kung gusto mo namang medyo mas firm pa, pwede mo pang iluto ng konti. Pero ako, I stop now because gusto ko na talagang nag-self-sauce yung chocolate cake. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let it cool down a bit kasi hindi ko pa yan kayang hawakan. Sobrang init pa niya. So palamigin mo ng konti around 2 to 5 minutes before you attempt, oh that's the term, di ba? Bago ka magtanggalin yan, palamigin mo muna ng konti dahil napakainit po niya. Okay, so here it is. To take it out, you use a paring knife. Yan, ganun lang. And then baliktad mo sa plate mo. Alam ko, excited na kayo makita. Oh, ayan. See? Isa pa, para mas dramatic. Bakit minadali mo? Minadali ko daw, isa pa. Ayan, ganyan na. Basically, ganyan ang ano niya. Hindi na siya ganun kainit sa labas. So, you run a pairing. Ay, mainit pa pala. Ba't ganun? Nalin lang ako. Kala ko hindi na siya super hot. Hindi, ito lang palang taas ang hindi na mainit. And then, you just invert it. Alright, now, how do you plate it? Sabihin mo na may mga bisita ka na ko. You know, talagang hahanga sila ng bonggang-bongga. You put powdered sugar. You can even put fresh strawberries. Hindi mo na kailangang masyadong anuhin yan kasi ang statement talaga niyan, itong dessert na to, ang statement talaga nito is pagkakainin mo na. Oh, so you get a gold kutsara and then the moment of truth, it has to be beautiful inside and out. Diba? So, ayan. Self-saucing chocolate cake or chocolate fondant. A beautiful dessert is not only beautiful on the outside, not only beautiful on its name, but also beautiful on the inside, and kailangan maganda ang kanyang texture, temperature, and everything. Ang dami kong sinabi, di ba? Parang pang beauty contest. And straight English yung una doon, ha? So this one, you will see. So pag nilagyan mo ng ice cream to, you're actually playing with the temperature of hot and cold, no? Kunwari na lang may ice cream, pero tikman na natin. Bonjour! Para ako nasa France. Ang sarap. This is definitely a 5-star dessert. And the beauty, you can prepare it at home. So again, kailangan po, yung baking time ninyo is only around 8 minutes. Mapapansin nyo, basta natuyo yung ibabaw, pag hinawakan mo po yan, medyo malambot-lambot pa din. Don't overcook it, because if you overcook it, hindi magkakaroon ng self-saucing center yung iyong chocolate lava cake. So it's really so good. I know that many of you, meron na kayong ingredients dyan sa pantry nyo. So ano pa hinihintay nyo? Gumawa ka na and impress yourself and your loved ones. Take care always, and I'm going to see you all real soon.